Welcome to the Canary Cast, the official podcast of the Mr. Canary Company. Before we get started today, please do me a favor. Comment, like, and subscribe to receive notifications when we drop new episodes. In this episode, episode number 14, we meet Austin. Austin is a young man who always comes to work with a can-do attitude, and he's a valued member of our team here at Mr. Canary. Austin has really stepped up under our transformation away from sheltered work into competitive direct employment. Austin, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's start off. How would you describe yourself to someone who'd never met you before?
Well, I'm nice, friendly, loving, helpful, and good at helping other people if they need help. Or if Donna asked me to help with the bag of seed to put it in for the bag of the seed and stuff, when the bag of seed to help put it in there, then I'll do it for her.
Yes.
If she needs my help, or if John needs my help, I'll do it for him.
Yes, you always step up to help out the team. So, all right, great introduction, Austin. So I want to get to know you a little bit more, especially for our listeners. What is something people might be surprised to learn about you? What's a fun fact about you?
Well, a fun fact about me is that I love video games, and I'm into certain video games, but I'm a video game person.
Yeah.
I love reading on certain occasions, and I like listening to music.
Excellent. All right. Couple follow-up questions. What are your two favorite video games right now?
Assassin's Creed Syndicate and Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Okay. And what's your favorite genre of music?
R&B and hip hop. So.
Very nice.
And old music like Michael Jackson.
I'm guessing you might have already covered these, but generally outside of work, how do you like to spend your time? What do you like to do with your free time?
Well, and with my free time, I like watching movies, mostly playing my video game. I'm always in my room, chilling in my room, or being out in the living room with the others and just watching TV. So.
All right. So, out of everything you named so far, what do you feel like you are the absolute best at?
Video games.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
How long have you been a gamer?
Well, I've been a gamer since I've had my first Xbox before I got the Series X.
Xbox original?
Yeah, the original, yeah, and Game Boys too. So
all right,
really good with that stuff.
Awesome. Well, Austin, we're going to shift and we're going to talk about work a little bit. Before you started working at the sheltered workshop here at the ARC of Greater Boone County, had you ever worked a job before?
Well, I did go to a place called Lily, which is near my group home or whatever. And I went there to check out to see if I liked working there, and they showed me what to do. And I said, yeah, all right, yeah, I'm interested in working here. But I didn't get the job because they didn't get back with my people about it. So.
Oh, that's a bummer. So what were your first impressions when you came here to the ARC? Your first day in the workshop here, what did you think?
I thought that I could work here and meet my goal and whatever, and help people out who needed help.
Yeah.
And listening to the staff and getting along with everybody.
So, Austin, when you first came here, it was actually before we had made all the changes in the workshop. So you got to experience what the workshop was like back when it was a sheltered workshop.
Yeah.
So before all those big changes, Austin, do you remember what workstations you were working for Mr. Canary?
Well, I was working they had me doing pizza boxes before. They had me do, I think, bagging socks, before.
Yeah.
And I think that's it, really. That's what they had me do when I first started working here.
Which of those did you like the most?
Pizza boxes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, and again, we're going to get to this in a little bit where we're going to talk through the specific changes, but we did have a lot of big changes here in the workshop. What did you like about the way things were before we made those changes? And then what are some things that you didn't like about the old way we used the workshop?
So the old way we used it, I didn't really like it that much because I liked it because I got to be around a lot of people and like because we all were over here
Yeah.
working, talking to each other, and what I didn't like is um I didn't really like working at certain stations and like because the certain stations that I couldn't really get like move fast on them. So
Okay. Yeah, so the reality is back before all the changes, we would basically have certain workstations we needed on certain days,
yeah,
and you would kind of just have to pick something that was available that day.
yeah,
So
yeah.
if it wasn't always, something you necessarily enjoyed, that was kind of a bummer for that shift because you kind of had to just deal with it. But like you also said, there were good things about the way we used to operate because we used to have about 35 to 40 people here
Yeah,
on any given day,
and I said
and you're
that
a
I like
sociable guy, and so
yeah, so I was
you
talking
liked
to
having the
I was talking to
breaks.
Alan, Carly, Richie, Romy. Yeah, I was talking a lot. So
Yeah, and you were able to use those break times to really get to talk with
hang
a
with
bunch of people, and
hang
and
with
that is
my
something that's different. Hopefully, with the other programming you participate here in at the Arc, you still get to see a lot of those same people and socialize.
mm-hmm.
It's just not really in the workshop anymore.
Yeah, it's
So
not.
that is a big
Yeah,
change.
yeah.
And for our listeners who maybe we need to catch up on this, in October of 2024, Main Street Marketing Enterprises changed from a sheltered workshop to a competitive direct employer of workers with disabilities. Folks went from being subcontractors earning per piece pay with no productivity expectations before those changes to now being employees earning hourly pay on a graduated pay scale at specific assigned workstations. And Austin, you were talking about the fact that, you know, you're excelling at a couple specific workstations.
Like I
So
can
now we're
like
able to put
now
you,
like I can move fast with what I'm doing.
yes, and you're able
So
to focus on what you're best at, which lets us pay you for what you're best at.
yeah, and I can move
And
fast with certain stations and stuff like
yeah,
that. So and today I was doing the fill the socks with the
yeah,
seed, and I was going slow at first, but then I started to like move quickly.
you caught your
Yeah, yeah,
stride, yeah.
yeah.
So,
But
would you
I
mind
didn't make my goal, but I caught my strike and just moved a lot faster.
would you mind sharing with our listeners what workstation do you normally do for Mr. Canary?
Well, John and Donna, they would usually have but me doing sleeving tubes, but we didn't have any tubes to sleeve.
Yeah,
So they had me do the fill the socks with seed today.
yeah, we're
So
in the middle. We are trying to get caught up on our green 2-pack Finch sock feeders.
yeah, that's
And
what I was
so
doing today.
and that's really a testimony to you, Austin, because you've got some good versatility. That means you can adapt and do different workstations. So you're somebody who normally doesn't fill socks for us.
Yeah,
But because of the
because
change
of the
in
tubes and
product
stuff.
schedule,
Yeah,
you're able to pivot, run a different workstation than normal, and that got you a chance to try something different than usual,
yeah. They would
build those
usually have
skills.
me doing the put in the bag of socks, like in the white bags, and then putting them in the display things.
Yeah.
They usually would have me on that every time.
Yep.
But now they moved me to do filling the socks today, and then they usually have me doing sleeving tubes.
Yeah.
So
So, what are the biggest changes, Austin, you've noticed in the workshop from how things used to be to how they are now? Like, if you had to name one biggest change, what would you say the biggest change
well, the
is?
biggest change for me is working different stations that I'm not usually working at.
Yeah.
And that I will get paid that I will get paid more if will try my best and work hard at what I'm
Yeah.
doing, and that's
Well,
all.
and that kind of ties into the expectations in the workshop, right? Because like
Hmm.
before all the changes, yeah, we had like a certain number of
Like, and we had those
pallets we were trying to get done
and we
as a
had those
team.
papers that we had to mark off the
Oh my
number.
goodness,
Yeah,
yes, the count
and
sheets.
now we don't have them. And now I think that now we don't have them. I can hit my goal like that, just like that.
Yeah.
Like I can hit it. Like I can hit it because I can
Well,
move really fast with what I'm doing.
and even knowing exactly how much is expected of you, right? Because
Yeah,
like now you can come to work, and no matter what workstation you're working, your manufacturing coaches can tell you, "Hey, Austin, you're working at this workstation today. You're here for 3 hours, and we need you to finish 287 pieces." I'm just making up a number,
yeah,
but you have that expectation, and if you hit that expectation, that actually sets you up
And I think that,
to get your next pay raise,
yeah,
right? Because you mentioned
I
that.
think that now that the change, one of the changes is now that we have to hit our target. And like, I think that's good for me because I think I can hit my target just like that with me moving fast with what
Yeah.
I'm doing. And I think that I can just do it, hit my target. Cause I hit my target once when I was before, like I hit it before and I got a coupon for what I did,
Yeah.
and I hit it just like that. So
Yeah, so let's explain the coupons for the listeners. So anyone who's listening to the podcast who may not be familiar with this part of our program. So our manufacturing associates are expected to hit 50% productivity or higher each working shift just as part of being a manufacturing associate at Main Street Marketing Enterprises. But we don't want people to just kind of
like
plateau and
just
never
hit
get
the
any
goal,
better.
and then you stop. No,
Yeah.
you got to keep going until you hit the target or what you're doing. Like you don't stop.
Well,
Like,
and let's explain a little more behind the target. So we don't have just one pay rate for everybody at
yeah,
MME.
we have like a
We
different
start at
kind of,
minimum wage and we go up to 14.50 an hour, and it's
yeah,
based on an individual's average productivity every time they come to work. So we track that,
we track
and
what we do. And
every 2 months people are eligible for productivity based pay raises.
yeah,
And what's
like for me, for instance, I want to hit that target so I can get a pay raise. Like I'm
yeah,
trying
so
my best to hit it and then get it
well,
done.
but 2 months is a long
Yeah,
time, isn't it? And
two
so
months is,
that's where the coupons come in, is we figured out that for a lot of people, having some sort of immediate positive reinforcement for hitting that
like,
number, that
yeah.
target that
Mm-hmm.
gets you on pace for your productivity based pay raise,
And then you,
rather than just telling people, "Hey, work as fast as you can for 2 months." That's hard to kind of wrap your
yeah, that
mind
is
around.
kind of hard to,
So that's why we do the coupons, is because then you know that if you're
like
walking
if
out of the
if we
workshop,
walk out of the workshop with a coupon, then like,
you're on pace for a pay raise.
yeah,
So like
like
you get,
me,
yeah, sure,
like
you,
me. For an example, like me, I'm always hitting the target. Sometimes, like when I hit the target, I got a coupon for that.
yeah.
But like I'm always walking out of here with a coupon or something like that. Like me
Well,
working my
and
best.
in
Like
the
I'm
short
like,
term, you get the reward of, a dollar that you can spend at our Soda Shack concession
yeah,
stand
yeah,
at our
that,
day services program.
yeah,
That's the short term benefit, but the long term is that puts you on pace for that pay raise.
like,
So that's
yeah,
kind of, that when you mentioned the coupons, I wanted to explain that to the
yeah,
listeners because they
yeah, yeah,
probably don't know what that's all
yeah,
about.
yeah.
Austin, shifting gears a little bit, can you tell me about like the general vibe and attitude at the workshop after all the changes? Do you think it's been a good change? Has it been a negative change? Like
I
how's
think
everybody's
it,
attitude about it?
well, from me seeing like my friends and me, of course, I think the attitude's been pretty good. Like there hasn't been no issues with anybody really. I mean,
Yeah.
except for some that's late, but not getting into that. But for some people that's been late, they can't really like
Yeah.
get into work if they're late. Like I was late this morning
Mhm.
for myself. I was late this morning. Like I was late this morning because we had to do meds, and we
Yeah.
didn't have meds done. We had to get the meds set up, get the meds ready, and that's why I was late because of we had to do all that and get us out the door.
Well,
So
and that is a difference, right? In how the workshops run is like
if you,
before we made all the changes, there really wasn't an official starting time.
yeah,
It
like
was
there
kind of
wasn't
like you
like,
come in whenever it kind of works out.
yeah, but
But
now
that's
we
been
have
an
to get
adjust.
here. Now the adjustment is now we have to like be here on time. Like just be here on time. You get to work. Like we have to be here on
Yeah.
time. Don't be late like I was this morning. But other than that, I think it was pretty good with the
Yeah.
changes and
Well,
everything.
and that's what it's about also. Everybody's going to have issues that, I mean, sometimes I have things that come up that make me late. So
But
I don't want you to feel too
I
bad
think
about
the
that.
attitudes are pretty good
Well,
since we
and
made the changes.
I don't know if you've probably heard me say this 1,000 times,
Yeah, I've
but
heard you say
the
that.
reason for the changes is because we want to make sure that when you guys are working at Mr. Canary, we're getting you ready to be successful out at community jobs.
Well, and another thing is about me is that so I had to sign because so my house manager and just for example, my house manager, there was this lady who came to talk to me and stuff like that at the house and talk to Tisha, and Tisha mentioned independent living for me.
Hmm.
And like I said, yeah, I want to try independent living. I want to try waiver. And that lady talked to me about it and told me I had to sign some papers, which I've already signed and got all that done. And pretty much I am probably going to end up going to waiver and getting a community job.
That's
So,
awesome.
and I think here is getting me ready for that.
Well, and that's what we're all about. We want to make sure that you're not just earning a paycheck here, but that we're setting you up so you really can chase down your dream job out in the community. So,
Yeah.
Austin, you've done so well since we've made these changes. Truly, you have thrived. I know you've earned multiple pay raises since we've made all these changes. So, what does it mean for you, Austin, as an employee, to have success at Mr. Canary? Like, how do you feel about your success here?
Well, I feel like I'm doing good, and I feel like that me hitting my target is good for me because I get a pay raise, and when I get that pay raise, I get to spend I get to spend it on stuff that I want,
Yeah,
like phone, tab, like anything that I want,
yeah.
pretty much.
So let me ask you this. You mentioned you've come a long way and you've earned pay raises and all that's
Like I've
going
been
well.
earning pay raises and everything.
What goals do you still have for yourself that you think
Well,
Mr. Canary can help you with? Like here at work at Mr. Canary, like what would
well,
you still like to see us help you get better at?
well. For me, I would say that I want you guys to help me I feel like you guys could help me hit my target more often
Okay.
instead of less. Like
Yeah.
help me, coach me on
Yeah.
helping getting me there every time
Yeah.
and help me get there.
Consistency is key, right?
Yeah. And I think you guys can probably help me get there more
Absolutely.
like
That's
every
what we're
time.
here
So
for.
yeah.
So,
Because Donna
Austin,
has explained that you guys are not here to hurt us. You guys are here to help us and hit our targets, get us there.
well, and again, the whole reason for the targets here, like this is one piece of being successful here,
Mm-hmm.
but we really want to see you be successful
Yeah,
in life. And
like out in the
you
community.
mentioned
Yeah.
you'd like a community based job, Austin. What is your dream job out in the community?
Well, I really want to help animals and help with like, if they're not feeling good or if they're like, not like I want to help animals. Like I want to help
Yeah.
animals, bring animals in.
So maybe like helping out at a
Yeah.
veterinarian's office would
Yeah.
be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. That would probably be the one thing that I want to do is help animals bring them in and
So
help.
this is going to be controversial, but are you more of a dog person or a cat person?
I'm kind of both.
Oh,
I like
good
dogs. I
answer.
like
Good
dogs, and I
diplomatic
love
answer.
dogs, especially huskies because of their blue eyes.
Yeah.
But I love cats, dogs, and stuff. So I'm both. I'm both really
Yeah.
cats and dogs.
All right. Well, Austin, we're gonna start shifting here, but I'm
Words.
trying to get if someone else with a disability was thinking about working here at Mr. Canary, what would you tell them about that? Would you encourage them to like take that leap of faith? Like,
Well, I would tell them I'm gonna be like, hey, this is a good place to work at, and you can take a leap of faith. Try it for yourself. See if you like it. And if you don't like it, then that's up to you. But if just take that leap of faith and work here because it's a good place to work at and you have good staff and stuff like that.
what is something you think everyone should know about hiring people with disabilities, Austin? A lot of times, if people don't have a loved one with a disability or they've never worked closely with somebody with disabilities, people will have like these preconceived notions in their head, right? They'll make a
Well,
judgment. What do people need to know about hiring people with disabilities to give them a chance?
well, I think that people need to know that if you have a disability or not, you can still work. You can still get to your goal. You can still get to where you want to be in life.
Yeah,
And don't put people down or people with disabilities. Don't put them down. Let them know that you're a good person. You can work. You can do what you want. You can reach out to other people and
yeah.
you can make where you want to go in life. You can do what you want to do.
I love that. Now, if you could use just one single word, Austin, what word would you use to describe Mr. Canary?
Hmm. I think Mr. Canary is a good place. It's a good place to work at, and it's not like it's not like bad or anything. Like
Yeah,
it's good. It's good. It's a good place to work at, and you have good people that are here to help you get to where you need to be.
that's awesome. One last thing, Austin. So Mr. Canary exists because we have awesome customers who buy our products. They may go to Walmart or Kroger or buy our products
Or
from
Home
Amazon or
Depot,
TUI.
or yeah.
So wherever they buy our products, it's because people are committed to buying our products that we get to keep doing our jobs here. So what is something you want everyone who buys Mr. Canary to know?
Well, I want them to know that we do a fantastic job at making these products and sending them out for people to buy at stores, wherever they buy it from. And I think that we do a good job here making these products.
I agree. Austin, thank you for everything you bring here to the team at Mr. Canary. We are so proud of everything that you've achieved so far. I know you're not done yet. You're just getting started, but we're really proud of how far you've come since we've made all these changes in the workshop. To our audience at home, please do me a favor. Share this episode with everyone you know so that we can all celebrate Austin and his awesome accomplishments. Use the
And
comment
one more
section.
thing,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be I have a phone coming in, so I'll be listening to it on my phone.
Oh, yeah. We'll make sure
especially.
you're set up to get this. So,
Yeah, so when I do get my phone, I'm gonna bring it in so you can help me with all
yes.
that.
Well, here's what I was just going to say. We're going to ask the people listening to this episode to use the comment section to give you some encouragement and to praise you for all your hard work. And we're going to make sure that you see those. All right.
Yeah.
So, again, please be sure to check out the links in the show notes for more information. And thank you, audience, for joining us in this episode of the Canary Cast. Remember, buy a feeder, create a job. See you next time.
See you.